Hey YouTube, James from the Wyvern Watch here again with another deck profile. Like I say, I've just recorded the legendary Ocean, and I just wanted to do another one that it's a little bit older. I built it a little while back. I built it when the Traptrix structure deck came out, which was at least a year ago, I think, maybe a touch more. But yeah, I've always had the Traptrix cards, the older ones, in my collection, but never put a deck together. And then I got wind that the Traptrix structure deck was coming, and I had to have them. So I got the playmat as well. I got the 3 structure decks ordered before they come out. As soon as I got my hands on them, I was putting a deck together. But it actually entered the meta a little bit, but what I didn't want to do is copy everybody else with regards to the meta. I've gone up with cards that, you know, you'd probably strip if you did want to go and play at locals or whatever, but I'm not going to be playing this deck at locals. This is just for funsies as usual for me. But the artwork on these is just incredible, honestly. Absolutely. I mean, obviously it's a wifey deck, obviously everyone knows that, but the artwork around it, it's just absolutely brilliant, and like I say, this playmat as well, just absolutely beautiful as well. So I had to put it together, and I just thought, I haven't profiled it yet, and I thought I'd show you today. So this is Traptrix. So let's start with, as per usual, with the main deck, of course, and we'll actually kick things off with a Traptrix Mantis. So I think what I'll do is I'll go through the newer cards, as hopefully most people are familiar with the older ones. So this is actually one of the older ones. It came out of, what was it called? Code of the Duelist, wasn't it? That's right. And it was just sort of a random extra Traptrix card that sort of reared its head. But actually was pretty much an instant 3 of in the deck. Not that I had the deck built at that point, but I certainly made sure I got the 3 cards there just to make sure that if and when I did build Traptrix, that I had them available for me. So yeah, triple Mantis is pretty much the main starter for the deck, I would say. One of the new ones is Ratna Camper, which I think you'll agree, if you have played Traptrix before, is pretty much a must. So this is one of the the structure deck ones. So unaffected by the effects of hold trap cards, which you hold normal traps, I should say. The first time each set card in your spell or trap card will be destroyed by a card effect. Each turn it is not destroyed. And during the main phase, if you control a Traptrix monster quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except insect or plant monsters, and you can only use the effect of a camper once per turn. So, yeah, great extender. I mean, the little drawback that you can't use extra deck monsters unless it's an insect or plant shouldn't be too much of a problem, in fairness. Next one, as you can also imagine if you have seen the structure deck, is Pudica. Again, another really must at 3, this one, but unaffected by its effect of whole normal trap cards, of course. You can only use each effect of the following effects of Traptrix Pudica once per turn. When this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 Traptrix Garden from your deck to your hand, and if this card is special summoned, you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, banish it. Also, during the next standby phase, your opponent cannot special summon one of their. Also, during the next standby phase, your opponent can special summon one of their banished monsters, so they do get it back eventually, of course. But yeah, Pudica. Now this is obviously the all-time favourite, Murmillo. Actually, I've only gone for 2 of these because it's, you know, very, very quickly searchable, unaffected by effects of hold normal traps. When this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 whole trap card from your deck to your hand, and if it's special summoned, you can target 1 spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy that target. But yeah, very sort of, this is the sort of main sort of Traptrix monster that came out originally. I didn't want the gold one, you know, there's a gold print one as well, so I just stuck with the gold rare one instead, because I really like the picture, but I didn't want the gold rare cards, in fairness. Okay, so there's 3 one-offs as well in terms of Traptrix monsters. So we've got Vesiculo up here, 1 Diana, one of the old ones, of course, and 1 Genelesia, or however you pronounce it. But as per usual, when I'm building decks, I'd like to incorporate Not all, because I haven't got all the Traptrix monsters in here, but as many as I feel as I want to, really, because you know, if it means having the odd one off here or there just to get the extra one in, then that's what I like to do, especially if I like the artwork. All of these are the old type ones. None of them are from the structure deck. This one obviously had the upgrade with the Lost Art, but honestly, it's so little difference. It's unreal, but I thought I'd use the Lost Art one anyway. But yeah, Diane is a very functional card in some of the combos now. So that's it for Traptrix monsters, but for some support monsters, I've also gone for the Parallel Exceed, which I've got with a few of my decks actually, but I thought still appropriate in Traptrix, so we've gone for 3 of those. My deck is heavily trap based. I appreciate that it's a Traptrix deck, so you'd expect that, but I've only got 5 spells in here, so I thought 2 Lord of Heavenly Prisons was appropriate. It works really well, this actually, so I might be tempted to bunch that up to 3 if I was able to sort of change the ratios. And the last monster is this one, which you probably won't have seen in play at all before, probably, but Beargram, Shelled Emperor of the Forest Crown, is an insect monster, cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by banishing 3 insect and or plant monsters from your hand and or graveyard. You can only special summon Beargram Shell once per turn. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to your spell or trap card or effect activation. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can destroy all face-up monsters on the field except insect and plant monsters. Also, this card can attack directly for the rest of the turn. And bear in mind, it's a 3,400 hit point body there. That's a pretty big direct attack if he gets that effect off. I thought, you know, it's an insect. It's not a bad looking card. It's earth. It kind of fits. So we've gone for a one off there as well. Bit of a tech card there for you. Speaking of tech cards, like I say, there's only 5 spells, so I'll put them all out here. So I've got XYZ Import. I've got 2 Tantalizing Tune and 1 Traptrix Garden, of course. So these are all the spells I'm running. So XYZ Import, target 1 for XYZ monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to it. Attach that monster to that monster as you control as material, and you can only activate 1 import per turn. So this will be the main backup for Rafflesia as well once we've got that on the field. And obviously it's quick play, so we can just immediately attach a monster that might be some threat. This one is straight from the structure deck again, so discard 1 level 4 insect or plant monster or 1 normal trap. Draw 2 cards. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 of your banished level 4 insect or plant monsters or normal traps. Place it on the bottom of the deck. You can only use each of the effects of Trap Tantalizing. Oh, I've got it. Trap Tantalizing, that's it. I think that's right. Trap Tantalizing. That's it. Trap Tantalizing Tune once per turn. And then, of course, the Garden, which is searchable by the Pudica. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Traptrix monster in addition to your normal summoner set. Absolutely ideal. The first time each insect or plant monster you control will be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not destroyed, and you can banish 1 monster you control, special summon 1 Traptrix monster from your hand or graveyard, and you can only use the effect of Traptrix Garden once per turn. So it is actually a really, really good spell, that. But like I say, absolutely searchable anyway, so I think it's fine at 1 on that one. Okay, so like I say, there is a hell of a trap lineup. These are all traps, so I'll lay them out and see what you think of them. But Traptrix, in fact, I'll just go through them. So Traptrix Holutia is a Traptrix Hole card, of course, a normal trap card. But this is the trap monster, so you can activate this card the turn it was set by discarding 1 normal trap. Special summon this card in defense position as a normal monster, plant, earth, level 4, attack 4, defense 2/4. This card is not treated as a trap once it's on the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Traptrix monster in your graveyard, special summon it. It's an instant 3-off this card. It's really, really nice. So glad they added that one, to be fair. One you'll be very familiar with is Evenly Matched. Just move that over there. Just to create a little bit of devastation when we can, but like I say, I just wanted to run more traps in this one and then use the effects of Lord of Heavenly the Heavenly Prisons as well. I couldn't not run it. I had to run through 2 Traptrix. I was wondering whether I should go for 3 or not. It is a Traptrix card at the end of the day, so I wanted to run it. So not everyone's sort of running this card, to be fair, but I wanted to. So there's 2. I've got 2 Ice Dragon Prisons. Again, used at the right time, can be very, very potent. Right, so now we're on to Trap Hole cards, well, other than the Trap Monster, of course, so I'll put these all out. So we've got 2 of the new ones, Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare, and then 1 of each of the old ones. So we've got 1 Traptrix Hole Nightmare in the Ultimate Rare, I might add. I think this is more of a light play one than a near mint one now. I think we can just see a little nick on the top of it there. Oh, is it dirt? No, I think I just scratched a bit more off actually. That's not very good. But yeah, you can see it there. Really, really pretty card. Just wanted to make sure I get the ulti one. One of the originals, of course, Bottomless Trap Hole. We all know what that one does. Floodgate Trap Hole as well. Time Space Trap Hole, which again is not a common one. And of course, Gravedigger's Trap Hole. These are my options to go for the normal traps. The Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare, of course, is the new one. So if your opponent has special summoned a monster this turn, target 1 monster your opponent control with 2,000 or more attack, destroy it, and then if you have a whole normal trap card in your graveyard, you can banish 1 monster from your opponent's graveyard. Pretty good interruption sort of card anyway. Okay guys, that's the main deck for you. Moving on to the extra deck as per usual. Again, the ratios might not be the best. There's 1 or 2 surprises in here, so let's bear with me on this one. But we'll start with the links. So as you can imagine, with a Traptrix deck, I've gone for 2 Sarahs on this occasion. Now, I think what you'll probably find is most builds will go for 3, but there's other cards that I wanted to introduce in here, and I just didn't want to fill the deck with Sarahs. So we've just gone for the 2. We've got 1 of each of the new ones as well. Sorry, that's a slightly older one, isn't it? Yeah, that's another different set. And as usual, when it's a single attribute deck, I've gone for 1 of the Charmers as well, just because I like them. To be fair, I've not actually done that deck profile yet. I've got a Spirit Charmers deck as well, so we'll probably profile that at some point. But Traptrix Sarah, well, we know what that one does. It's the newer ones, the newest one, which of course is on the playmat just over here, that way. So yeah, 2+ monsters, including an insect or a plant monster, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. This linked summon card is unaffected by all trap effects or Traptrix monsters you control gain 1,000 attack while you have a normal trap in your graveyard. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of insect and plant monsters you control and negate their effects until the end of this turn. Then you can apply this effect. Banish 1 normal trap from your graveyard, and if you do, destroy 1 of those targeted face-up cards. So really, really handy card, triggering quite a few effects as well within the Traptrix lineup. So really happy to have those. On to Xyz, which is basically the rest of the extra deck, so I'll go through all these with you. So Traptrix Pinguicula, I think is right. We're actually running 2 of these, obviously again on the playmat, she's just right there. While this card has material, it is unaffected by trap effects and the activated effects of other monsters with the same type as this card's material. So you can only use each of the following effects of Traptrix Pinguicula once per turn. You can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 Traptrix monster from your deck to your hand, and if a monster owned by your opponent is sent to the graveyard or banished by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can attach 1 of those monsters to this card as material. But of course, you can also use XYZ imports to make, to attach opponents' monsters as well, which might be problematic if they're all the sort of same attribute. We've gone for the Old Faithful as well, Traptrix Rafflesia. These are my original secret rare first editions from Bosch. Breakers of Shadow, isn't it? That's right. So I didn't want to switch these out for the ultis because I only had one ulti, and I wanted to keep the original print ones. I've got one Traptrix Olameros, which again is the Lost Art version. Very little difference. I think she might have a top on the original ultra rare version of the card. Just move these over here now. And then the non-Traptrix monsters, there are 5 more. So we've got Time Thief Rudoer, always a good rank 4 option in my opinion. Tornado Dragon, one of my staple rank 4s, of course. We've got, this is a newer one as well. Really like the look of this one. So this is Baramet, the Sacred Sheep Shrub. You can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 normal trap card in your graveyard, place it on the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. And if a normal trap card is activated, etc. during this damage step, you can detach 1 material from an XYZ monster you control, and if you do, special summon 1 level 4 or lower, 1 level 4 monster from your hand. You can only use the effect of blah blah blah. So I thought very, very appropriate. May as well have been a Traptrix card, that to be fair. You've got Gallant Granite. Now that's to, if I'm right in saying, I've forgotten now, but I'm pretty sure that was to search, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. So just another little option there. And of course, with a heavy XCs lineup, you would probably expect a Divine Arsenal, Double A Zeus, Sky Thunder again in the Ultimate Rare. This one, I think, yes, Ultimate Rare, which is very nice, very nice. Guys, that is my Traptrix deck profile. Hope you've enjoyed. Like I say, it's not the traditional build that you would probably see, in other deck profiles, but it's the one I've liked to sort of go with, at least for now. I built it because I like the artwork as usual. I built it because I like the style. I think it's great fun to play this deck. I would absolutely recommend it if you can get hold of 3 structure decks. That's an instant deck right there, and there's not a lot you need to add to it. So I would, for a newer player or something that wanted to get to grips with some of the new summoning mechanics and the way this game's played now, this is actually a pretty good deck to build. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going rabbiting on. It's 17 minutes in. Once again, we're up to 129 subscribers. Please do keep hitting that subscribe button if you like my the content. But also, more importantly to me, is the feedback I'm getting. Some of it's absolutely outstanding, so I really appreciate some of your guys' comments. Keep them coming, and I'll see you next time for the next profile. Cheers. Bye.